La 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 ya la la ya. La 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 ya la la ya.
Coco's Kitchen! Hello, it's Coco's Kitchen time. You're gonna be touching everything that you're gonna eat, so make sure you wash your hands. I'm gonna show you how to make Peking noodles today, from the scratch. So I've got some flour for the noodles and some vegetables, carrot, spring onion, cucumber, and bean sprouts. And I've got some sauce as well. It's black bean sauce that you can buy from anywhere really, and some pork. So I've got this flour in this bowl. So you have to keep doing this to make it mix better. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of the chopsticks and use my hands. It's all about balance. You put just the right amount of flour and water in. I think this is the taste of home for me, for a typical Beijing girl. For noodles, you have to make it really hard, so I feel like I'm getting some muscles. 可以了，我觉得这段可以了。Here is a little tip for you. So if you make noodles, you can put a tiny bit of salt in it to make the noodles more taste better. And when you make the noodles, it won't break halfway through. So probably half spoon of the salt and then mix it up properly. So after putting lots and lots of flour and water in, I've got this huge pile here. So what I'm gonna do now is to leave it alone and not do anything to it. Lid on, and then leave it there. So while the magic is happening there, I'm gonna deal with the meat. So this is the pork, and I'm gonna cut it to small bits. The meat is ready, so I'm gonna cut some vegetables. I need to cut this into slices. If you put a tiny bit of onion in your mouth while you're cutting it, it will help stop your eyes being teary. We need to cut the spring onion to tiny bits too. So this is how you cut it to tiny bits. So we need to cut the carrot into slices too. After a long time, I've finished cutting every single thing. I've cut the carrot and cucumber into slices, and then onions and spring onions into tiny little bits. Now I'm gonna make the sauce now, and this is the most important part. So the pan has to be really hot and the oil has to be cold. So when the meat is ready, it turns to white. We can put the sauce in, black bean sauce. So put it all in. And what you have to do is to keep stirring it. I can smell it now. It smells so good. 哎呀，我没搁水。Let it boil for 10 minutes. So this is the boring part. You have to keep stirring. Otherwise it will stick on the pan. So after 10 minutes, we turn off the fire. And then I'm gonna put the spring onions and onions in. And then mix it up. It looks really good. So the sauce is finally ready. We made so much sauce. Dun, dun, dun. Woo! It's finally done. It smells so good. So I think the noodles are ready. Woohoo! Look at this. So because the noodles are really sticky, I'm gonna put some flour on it and spread it out. Okay. I'm gonna use this huge wooden stick to make it thinner and thinner, bigger and bigger. So the bigger the better, the thinner the better. So I finished all this and now I'm gonna cut the noodles. So the thinner the better, but don't cut it off. So leave a tiny bit on. And then do this. Roll it, roll it, roll it to the side. And then roll it. So roll it this way on this side. And then roll it this way on this side. There you go. Do this. Throw it on the pad. And then there you go. So the noodles are ready and the water is boiling now. We'll have to put some more cold water in. Okay. And then wait for it to boil again. So I think it's ready now. I'm gonna get the noodles out in the bowl. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, hoo, hoo. I'm gonna put the vegetables on the noodles now. And bean sprouts. And the sauce. Okay. So I call this the taste of home. Thanks, Mom, for the recipe.
La 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 ya la la ya, la 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 ya la la ya, la 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 ya la la ya, la 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 ya la la ya.